Hello. The following is a brief summary of the event I will present. During the 2004-2005 hurricane season, Florida was hit by 6 significant hurricanes in 14 months. During this time, I was working for the state of Florida for the Division of Emergency Management, being led by Director Fugate, now the Administrator of FEMA. The Division of Emergency Management plans for and responds to both natural and man-made disasters. This presentation will discuss Director Fugate's leadership style during the events of 2004 and 5. The leadership style I will convey in my presentation is a combination of two leadership styles. One is the directing style, where the leader makes most decisions and the subordinates carries out the plan. The other is the delegating style, where the delegating leader empowers the individual or team to act independently and to take responsibilities for decisions and task accomplishments. The style is appropriate for both people who are competent and committed and understand their roles and responsibilities. They are willing and able to work by themselves with little or no support. These styles, I believe, are appropriate for a leader in a disaster event, especially the disaster events of 2004 or 5. In my presentation, I will present as Director Fugates addresses the State Emergency Response Team during the events of 2004 or 5. Good morning, State Emergency Response Team. As a State Coordinating Officer, I need to convey from the beginning that this CERT is a unified CERT in all our efforts. Our mission is clear and concise, but I want to enforce and restate them now, since I believe they are the cornerstone throughout our organization and our team's success. Our mission. We work together to ensure that Florida is prepared to respond to emergencies, recover from them, and mitigate against their impacts. Our vision, failure is not an option, simply put. Our motto, Super Gumby, always flexible. We need to adapt to any given situation when necessary. Our mission for each of these disasters is clear and concise for the whole CERT. There are 3 absolute rules we must all follow. Take care of the survivors, take care of ourselves, and when in doubt, reread number 1. Our job is to keep the primary mission in mind to assist the victims with all of our available resources. Our task is to take care of the survivors with as much assistance as we can provide them. It is our duty and responsibility. This is what we do. This is our job. This is what we have trained to do. Now we have to follow through. This is our time to act. I know that we have had our share of problems and that these problems have complicated our response and subsequently the recovery process, and that local resources are stretched and we are exhausted and stressed. The stress of these storms have challenged all of us, but we are working well with our federal and state partners and have access to assets that have never been used in our response, and this is what we call Charlie Team. I know with federal assets, personnel, and supplies that are flowing into our state, the CERT can become quickly overwhelmed. But I've asked the governor, with his support, we have reinforcements that the state of Florida is now in charge of. There are many things that are going well with our 2004-2005 CERT response. One of the things is our leaning forward approach. We go big, we go fast, and we go smart. The leaning forward concept is simple in its nature. The idea is to have the needed supplies in sufficient quantities at pre-identified locations to assist with a fast response, and we have done that. Our leaning forward thinking has kept us focused on the primary mission and in our recovery efforts. I believe that our unified team approach is essential for the survival of our CERT. It is critical to the success of our disaster response. We have done one disaster response, and now we have one under our belt, and we could do another. Let's maintain a steadfast response and recovery. I will conclude by stating that our mission successes often depends on the Emergency Assistance Compact and federal assistance. I am coordinating and asking for additional staff to assist us with other agencies and states. Now let's continue to do our best, help the survivors, and let's get to work.